everything New Orleans Pelicans from a fan's perspective. "27 points, 5 rebounds." Welcome to Pelicans Flock Report, where I give you everything New Orleans Pelicans from a fan's perspective. I'm your host, D. Broussard. The Pelicans targeting Billy Donovan. Big move incoming. That's a huge question mark for the Pelicans. As we all know, Billy Donovan has stepped down as the head coach of the Chicago Bulls, and now Billy Donovan's name has been circulating as a possible candidate for the Pelicans coaching search. Now, obviously, James Borrego is still the interim head coach for the New Orleans Pelicans, but it was said that the Pelicans are still searching for a different head coach. Now Billy Donovan has stepped down from the Chicago Bulls. His name is starting to be mentioned in the mix as the Pelicans' possible next selection for the head coaching job. Now, obviously, Troy Weaver and Billy Donovan have a relationship that's very known. Troy Weaver being the guy in the front office for the Pelicans. And I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, Joe Dumars also has a relationship with Billy Donovan as well, because, of course, Joe Dumars came from the NBA front office. And, of course, Joe has been in the league for a long time. So I'm sure there's a relationship there as well. Now, obviously, we really don't know what Billy Donovan is going to do, because Billy Donovan is an older basketball coach. I've been on about Billy Donovan for a long time. I'm a huge hoop fan. I remember those titles that Billy Donovan won over at Florida. And I feel like he did a great job transitioning from the college game to the NBA game. And he's continued to be a proven winner, in my opinion. And I really like this hire as a coach for the New Orleans Pelicans. So, like I said, we don't know anything yet. Billy Donovan may be retiring. Who's to say? We really don't know. But I feel like if he is a candidate, I feel like this would be a very good hire for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, obviously, you know, money and things of that nature, contract, all of that'll be in the play. We don't really know how much money Billy Donovan is looking to accept to become a head coach in the NBA, or if the Pelicans organization are going to be willing to meet those those pay to get him to be the head coach. So here's my thing. I feel like why the Pelicans should consider Billy Donovan as the next head coach. He's a proven playoff coach. He made it to the playoffs with OKC during his time there with Russell Westbrook and the crew. He also made it to the playoffs with the Chicago Bulls as well. So he's a proven playoff coach. The Pelicans need a proven playoff coach, in my opinion, especially if we're going to get to the next level and possibly make the playoffs. We need a coach that's already been there. Now, also, Billy Donovan has a strong reputation for player development. Now, he's always developed young players. That's also a good thing, especially coming from the college game. You have to be able to develop young players. So he's always developed young players. That's a good thing for us because obviously we have a young core with Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, Micah Peavy, Eve Misi, Carlo Makovic. We have a lot of young guys who are still developing on this team. And I feel like Billy Donovan would be able to do a good job developing those young guys. Experience managing star players. Billy Donovan has had numerous stars on his roster. Westbrook in OKC, also Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball in Chicago. So we know that Billy Donovan does a great job managing star players. So that would also work well with guys like Zion, DeJounte Murray, and also Trey Murphy, Sadiq Bey, guys that are highly talented, skilled players, star players like a Zion Williamson, Billy Donovan will be able to manage those guys. Team fit. Now, obviously, I feel like Billy Donovan could bring structure and accountability, two things the Pelicans have lacked over the years. Now, obviously, the accountability was there somewhat with James Borrego last season because we didn't see Jordan Poole playing as much, and I think that was an accountability thing. I think that James felt like Jordan wasn't playing the right way and he wasn't playing the way that he wanted him to play. So he set him, removed him from the rotation. So I have to give James his flowers on that as far as holding guys accountable. But I also feel like Billy Donovan will be able to do the same thing as well, hold guys accountable. That's what you want in a basketball coach. You want a basketball coach that's going to hold guys accountable when they don't do the things that they need to do to help the team win. And also, he may stabilize the rotations and, of course, be able to manage late game situations. Like I said, Billy Donovan is a proven coach. He's been in the NBA for some time now. And obviously, he does know how to manage in game situations like closing in the fourth quarter, something that we've struggled a whole lot doing this season is closing in the fourth quarter. We had a lot of games where we did not win because we could not close in the fourth quarter. And Billy Donovan is the type of coach that is going to manage the game and have the right guys on the floor to be able to close in the fourth quarter. Defensive potential. Now, this is something that's very important. Obviously, with James Borrego, the question mark has always been with James Borrego, can he become a defensive coach? We know that he can be a good offensive coach. You know that you're going to have good offensive efficiency with James Borrego. But the question mark around James Borrego's name has always been, can he become a defensive coach? The same way that he focuses on offense, can he focus on defense the same way? That was the problem with James Borrego in Charlotte as well. And I think that's kind of why Charlotte decided to go in a different direction because they felt like the team wasn't that great defensively. They were good offensively, but they wasn't that great on the defensive side of the ball. And you have to have defense in the NBA if you're going to win games. It's a must. You have to have defense. And also, I feel like Billy Donovan would emphasize team defensive principles because Billy Donovan has always been a good defensive coach. I mean, he's won national championships. You have to play defense to be able to win championships. So I also feel like he would get guys into their roles. That's something that we really struggled with. I talked about that as well, about guys knowing their roles on the team. Who's going to be the defensive stopper? Who's going to be the rebounder and the shot blocker? Who's going to close out in late game situations? I felt like the Pelicans really struggled with that throughout the season, not knowing who's going to be the guy to finish off the game or knowing their roles. Who does what? Who plays this position? Who does this on the team? Every good team that you see, every guy on the team knows their role. Most of the guys that you see in the playoffs right now, everybody on those teams that are currently in the playoffs, they know their role. So that's why I feel like hiring Billy Donovan would definitely help the Pelicans going forward. And I feel like with this front office, they have to get this right. They really do. Like, it's crunch time right now. Like, the Pelicans have to get this coaching hire right. They gotta nail this. You want somebody that's gonna be around for the next couple years to allow your young guys to grow and develop, and also build a winning culture with this basketball team that's been inconsistent for so long. And I feel like with the type of coach that Billy Donovan is, he gets you from being confusing and inconsistent to being structured and competitive. And I've always seen that with Billy Donovan. And I think he's just the right fit for this basketball team. So, like I said, I'm really hoping that we have an opportunity to get Billy Donovan in the not in the front office, but in the locker room as a head coach, and I feel like he would definitely work out for us. I would be really excited about it because I just feel like Billy Donovan is someone that the Pelicans need. Somebody that has playoff experience. Now, as we know, watching the end of season press conferences, we had guys like Zion say that he's ready to make the playoffs. DeJounte Murray saying he'll never miss the playoffs again. So we have guys on the roster who are ready to go to the playoffs, and it's nothing better but to have a coach that's already been to the playoffs. Because when you have a coach that's already been to the playoffs with the team that's trying to go to the playoffs, it makes it easier for the team to buy in to the system. Because if they want to go to the playoffs, they're going to buy into Billy Donovan's system and they're going to play hard for him. And that's something that's always been a factor in every sport. So this is why I say coaching and system matters in the NBA. And when you have guys with experience that's been there before, that's a huge difference in the locker room rather than going with somebody like James Borrego, which is no knock to James Borrego because overall, I still feel like James Borrego did a very good job with what he was given. He did a good job, but I feel like going with James Borrego would be more so like a development process instead of a win now process. And I feel like at this point, as fans, the organization, I feel like we're ready to win. I don't think we're ready to keep developing. We have guys that's already developed, like Zion, Trey Murphy, guys that's been in the league for a long period of time. And these guys are ready to win now. A guy like DeJounte Murray, this guy is ready to win now. He's been to the playoffs. So he's ready to win now. So I think we need to go more in a win now approach and not so much of a developing approach. And I think Billy Donovan will fit what we're trying to do. We're trying to win. And also I feel like Billy Donovan would fit what Joe Dumars is trying to do as well, which is build a defensive minded team that can play well on offense and a team that has an identity. And I feel like Billy Donovan could definitely help us develop structure and also find an identity. So the thing with it is I don't know what's gonna happen. It's just rumors right now. It's just, his name is being mentioned as a possible candidate. So, we'll see what happens. But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Should Billy Donovan be the next Pelicans head coach? Is Billy Donovan a good fit for the Pelicans? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I'm hoping that we get him, we hire him. I'll be super excited, man. I feel like Billy Donovan will be the perfect coach. He's available at the right time, during the time when we're searching for our next head coach. And in my opinion, it's a no-brainer. It just makes sense to go with this move. But we'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. Um, I really like this, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I really do. But that's it for me, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody that's already subscribed. I really appreciate y'all. And as long as y'all keep subscribing, I'm going to keep on bringing y'all this content. Pelicans Flock Report. I'm your host, D. Broussard. I'm out.